The Churches Embracing Offenders Game Changer Award came about in 2017 when Pastor Friels called me and asked if I would make a plaque to recognize Owen Snodgrass, who has provided a beautiful space to us rent-free for a number of years. While I was creating that plaque, it occurred to me that there really are a number of people within this community who have changed the way that we deal with reentry. They truly are game changers. They're men and women who have not only partnered with us, but have opened doors, who have made a way for us to be able to work with the population that we serve that goes beyond anything anyone can imagine. We wanted to create a way to honor and recognize the men and women who have really changed the face of offender reentry, who have made it not just a ministry, but a life-changing experience. Tonight, it's my distinct pleasure to present that award once again. I knew who we would give this award to before the end of last year's banquet, when everybody was gone and no one was around to see. This man was still there, helping us to break down tables and put away chairs. It's a testimony to his true servant leadership. Nick has been a staple of the Vanderburgh County court system since long before I became a part of Churches Embracing Offenders in 2011. He and I have grown to become friends in the last 7 years, and his office is always open to me. He has really opened a door for our participants to be able to take those steps necessary to make changes in their life that are permanent and lasting. Nick has always been a supporter of the ministry for as long as I have been a part of it. He has helped us financially. He helps to provide us with our technology needs as they arise. He also is always available to speak with me about a particular participant who has been taking strides, making that extra effort to change who they are as a person. Oftentimes we deal with participants who have made poor choices in their lives. They've made mistakes, bad decisions, but that's not who they are as people. Nick recognizes that and recognizes that people make mistakes, but he also recognizes that people can change because he is somebody who believes in change.
Churches Embracing Offenders is a valuable organization. It takes people that have made decisions to use drugs, to commit criminal acts, and helps them right their lives and helps them get their lives back on the right track. We deal with a lot of different people in the criminal justice system that have made mistakes, but a lot of people make those mistakes because of drug addiction, because of issues in their families, issues in their lives. And Churches Embracing Offenders takes a holistic approach to address all of those issues, not just the symptoms, but the causes. And I think it's a very valuable program because it takes people that need a second chance and need help getting on the right path, and it points them in the right direction. It uses people that have experienced what their participants have gone through, that bring a credibility that you can't teach. They bring experience, they bring empathy, they have credibility in our community. They have credibility because they've been around, because they've worked with many, many individuals, and they've helped those people get past very tough times in their lives. They've helped them to get their kids back, to find employment, to be substance free, and to really excel in their lives and to be the best person that they can be. You know, a lot of times when you come into the criminal justice system, you're at a real low. You've been arrested, your family's turning away from you, you have lost your job, you may be homeless. All of those issues come into play. And Churches Embracing Offenders is one of those programs that helps you pick up the pieces and helps you put your life back together so that you can move forward in a productive way. In my job, we see the same people over and over and over again. In fact, it leads to a lot of burnout among my staff. They prosecute someone, they get them treatment, they get them probation, and then 6 months later we see them again. They come back in on the same offense, or they come back in with something even more serious. If somebody's successful, if somebody does well, our office doesn't see them again. And that's why I always enjoy attending the Churches Embracing Offenders banquet, to meet with some of the success stories and see the success that people have had, because thankfully these people aren't coming back in our office. They're not on the names of files coming across the desk. They're out in the community doing good. And so often these people that have turned their lives around then take the next step. They turn around and they start to help others. And Churches Embracing Offenders has had such a positive impact on our community. It's something that builds upon itself. It's something that not only helps people, but turns those people around so that they can help others. And it's a great asset to have.
We have a long history in this community. Churches Embracing Offenders was founded in 2000 by Pastor Everett Friels during a prayer group. And over the years, the ministry has grown. We are a ministry that is built on relational equity. We are only able to do the things that we do because of the relationships that we have with the community, with the courts, with the churches, and most of all with our participants. It's a great testament to the power of a healing God and the support of a loving community who can befriend and surround those that we work with when their lives not only change and they become productive members of society, but that they also pass it on to those who follow behind them. And we've seen it over and over again where folks that we've worked with inside the prisons as well as out end up going back into the correctional facilities to minister to those who are still struggling inside. This has always been the vision of Churches Embracing Offenders and of Pastor Friels. The idea with this program initially was that if we can teach people a different way to live, then we can correct the overpopulation problem in the jails. By teaching them how to live within God's kingdom and do things the way God had always intended, empowering them to make life-changing choices sustained by the healing power of a loving God, we are able to effectively reduce the overcrowding within our correction system by keeping people from going to jail in the first place. And then those people, they touch 100 more, and they will be able to minister to people in a way that no one else can because they share a common experience. And the perception that if they can do it, so can I is very real, and it's a great and significant motivator for change. Nick has always been a part of that change. I, for one, am very grateful for his friendship. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award tonight than Nick Hermann. It's my pleasure to call him my friend, and I look forward to a long and continued relationship. God bless you.